Okay, so why did I start my own business? So for those of you who watched my video on how Shopify changed my life, that video was a little bit about a catalyst for me starting my own business. It was kind of like a turning point in going from being in a 9 to 5 job and kind of climbing the corporate ladder to starting my own business, right? And really changing my mindset about what my career was going to be. So in terms of why, though, what were the initial reasons for me even thinking about it, and why that, was the kind of tipping point, might resonate with some people. And you know what? When people ask me like, why did I start my own business? I think there are a lot of reasons that kind of built up in my head. But when I think about it now, I think there are a couple of clear themes here. And I think really it comes down to having a plan and that plan not working out. So I think my plan back then was, I was going to, again, stay in working for big companies and, like I said, just climb the corporate ladder, work at my job, and I'm going to, become bigger and bigger. And I think my desire at that point, and still was the desire that I had when I started my own business, and probably the reason I started my own business, is I think my desire and my goals were to have a big impact in the way that I felt was important. So what I mean by that is I look at myself as somebody who I feel like I can lead a team. I feel like I can inspire. I feel like I can mentor. To a certain extent, I feel like I can manage, and I feel like I can think through pretty big decisions and these kinds of things. And none of that was really happening for me. Like I said, the companies that I worked for treated me well, but I wasn't really climbing the ladder in the way that I wanted to. I wasn't leading teams. I wasn't mentoring people. I wasn't managing people. The few times that I did was, maybe small, projects, but basically I wasn't kind of getting to the level that I wanted to be, and wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do. And as a result, all the little things that wear on me probably wore harder on me, right? So that's the thing. I really wanted to have that impact. I really wanted to, like I said, lead, inspire, these kinds of things, and really become a leader. And it wasn't happening for me. It wasn't happening for me. So basically, I think that's kind of caused me, to change jobs and stuff like that, and try to find happiness in other places. And I think, that's why I started my job hunt, and that's why I ended up, looking for a job at Shopify. And I think that was maybe trying to seek satisfaction in a different way. Like, I think for me, I was thinking about like, well, maybe if I'm not going to be doing this kind of leadership stuff or the media stuff that I want to do, then I'll find it somewhere else, and that. And so all this stuff kind of led to me basically, again, trying to apply to Shopify. And then when I didn't get the job at Shopify, basically all my original plans just weren't happening, right? I wasn't advancing at the companies I was working for. I wasn't getting the jobs when I applied elsewhere. And don't forget, applying to Shopify was after I applied to a lot of other jobs. So all these things just were not working out, right? And I think that was the tipping point where it's like, well, all these plans that I had are not working out. So maybe it's time to consider a different plan. And that different plan was starting my own software dev shop. And the thing is, I plan to do another video all about like why software dev shop versus a product, company, and all these kinds of things. But it was the most logical choice at that point for me to still have a career, still pay the bills, but now carve a way that I could enjoy what I was doing, right? And I think really that's one of the main reasons, and that's one of the tipping points for me, was that when plan A didn't work out, kind of looked at plan B. So, I mean, if you're stuck in that situation right now, where you had this vision of what your career was going to be, and that's not really working out, then that's where you might need to consider, or not need to consider, but you might want to consider something that you've never considered before. And that's what I was like. I never ever considered starting my own business. I never had the entrepreneurial mind. And really, when Plan A wasn't working out, that was my Plan B, and that Plan B ended up working out pretty well. So